So today we are taking these mini braids out and then we're going to wash our hair. So we are using the Mirror hair conditioner. I'll put it up on the screen right now. So you apply that on your mini braids so that you're going to have slip, so when you take the braids down you don't have as much breakage as you would compared to if you were to take the hairstyle when it is dry. So never take down a protective style if it is dry. And make sure to put extra on your ends because the ends are the oldest part of your hair, and so they need a bit of extra slip, and you need to be patient and take your time. Now, I do have a video where I said that I wanted to keep the mini braids on for the rest of the year. I was going to redo them every month, but then I missed my afro, and so here we are. And I was thinking to go back to mini twist. And so the one thing I will advise you is if you don't feel like sticking to one hairstyle, you can change it. You can do whatever you want with your natural hair, but as long as you don't over manipulate it. And so for me, normally I keep a hairstyle in for about a month before I decide to change it to something else. So these mini braids, I had them for about 5 weeks if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, a month and just a couple of days afterwards. And so I got bored. Now we're going back to mini twists. I missed the mini twist, so yeah. I do want to add that you definitely can grow your natural hair without protective styling. The reason why I recommend it is that it just keeps your hands out of your hair, and also it's like low manipulation. So you can grow your natural hair without protective styling as long as you don't touch your hair all the time. So maybe you can change your hairstyle every week, so maybe get the larger braids instead, and then at the end of the week you go through your wash day, or maybe at the end of 2 weeks, at the end of every 2 weeks. So before I start washing my hair, I will drench it in water, just let my hair soak it all in. And I am working on a video where I will try and explain how to build a hair care routine, a simple one. By the way, I want to make it clear that I'm not a professional or a hairstylist or anyone of that nature. I am just someone who has been trying a lot of different hair routines and all of that, and I just want to share how I went about my natural hair journey, and so hopefully you can learn something from that. I know when you are starting your natural hair journey, it can be very overwhelming, so the purpose of this channel is to just take the pressure off of you and make things a lot more simpler. And then you can watch other YouTube channels who are hairstylists or people who've been doing this for years to get more details on things, but my channel is more like simplified versions. So after we have soaked our hair up with water, we are going to follow that with your cleanser. You can use a shampoo of your choice. For today's wash day, we are using Sunlight's bar soap, and I will put that on the screen right now. Some people wouldn't recommend this, but I know growing up we used to wash our hair with this. You use it to wash clothes as well, so you can make your own judgments of whether or not you're going to use it. But for me, I use it. My hair's fine, it gets the job done. I think one of the things that I've learned after having a second big chop is that the natural hair community, not everyone but quite a lot of people, they just tend to hop on trends, and also they like to scare you with a lot of things. Don't use this product, don't use that, don't use shampoos with sulfates, there's a lot of rules that also tend to contradict themselves. And so my advice is to take everything you find in the natural hair community as a suggestion, not as the end all be all. Just use it as maybe a stepping stone. But if you find products that are working for your hair, and maybe you found that someone in the natural hair community said don't use them, I would say continue using them. If your hair feels great, you've been doing fine, don't stop using the products just because somebody told you that they don't use it. Natural hair is unique to everybody. you can get ideas from everybody, but at the end of the day, only you have your scalp, only you have your hair, and so people's hair will react differently to different products. I have found that the less that I do to my hair, the more length I'm able to retain, and I think also it's just having a peace of mind that I don't have to do so many different things. I don't have to use so many different products, which makes my natural hair journey easy. Now, I do want to say that some people may need to use that many products, and so that's understandable, but I'm just saying for me, now that I've limited the amount of things that I put into my hair and the amount of hairstyles that I do, for example, I no longer use hair extensions. I'm not saying that everybody else should stop. I'm saying I just stopped using hair extensions because my scalp has not reacted well, and also hairstylist, again, I have a video explaining my whole natural hair journey. I have not had the greatest experience with hairstylists, so I just tend to stay away from a lot of people putting their hands in my hair and a lot of different hairstyles. I just stick to mini braids, mini twists, and then I feel like I'm going to go to start, I'm yapping now. I feel like I'm going to start doing cornrows soon, but not right now. I feel like my hair is not long enough maybe. And also I want to find someone who can braid my natural hair as it is. I don't want to blow dry my hair. Again, I don't have the best experiences with blow dryers. I've had people blow dry my hair while it's dry, and you can imagine the pain that I felt and the amounts of breakage. The hair that I would see on the floor afterwards, it broke my heart. So it's just, I don't like doing a lot of things to my hair. I keep it simple, and that's been working quite well for me. Something that you've probably heard a lot, especially with lazy naturals like myself, is leave your hair alone. I think people tend to misunderstand what that means, and they think it means neglecting your hair and not touching it or anything. Leaving your hair alone just means that moisturize it or style it or whatever, and then afterwards let it be. Don't put your hands in your hair all the time. Don't change hairstyles so frequently. Don't do too much to your hair. Just let your hair be. That's what leaving it alone means. It doesn't mean neglect your hair for months at a time. It just means have a routine. Like, for example, you have a wash day once a week. During that one day, do everything that you need to do, and then for the rest of the week, you leave your hair alone. That's what that means. I would also love to hear everybody's thoughts down in the comment section about what you think about natural hair, the natural hair community, or how's your natural hair journey going, anything related to natural hair and your grievances with it or what you love about it. I'd love to hear it down in the comment section. I am also planning on doing a video where maybe I can take some of the comments and then we'll have a discussion. And also, if you didn't know, I don't only post hair content or routine stuff. I also post commentary, but it's also within the natural hair genre type of videos. I don't know if that makes sense, but I do commentary videos on just natural hair in general and the natural hair journey and how we as Black people feel about our own hair, embracing our natural hair, and how we feel accepted in society or how we are perceived. So this year has been a very interesting year for me because I've been learning so much more about my hair, and also it has grown to almost the same length that it did the first time I did my big chop. And the first time I did my big chop, I was natural for how many years? 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. And my hair now is almost at that length. I feel like now, like I said, keeping it simple has made it so much more easier for me to stay consistent and be able to maintain my hair and take care of it the way that it needs to be taken care of. So I'm excited to see how big my afro is going to get next year, or how long my hair is going to get. It's really exciting. Once you've figured out natural hair, it gets really, really exciting. And I do want to say that you need to enjoy every step of your journey. Enjoy your hair at every length. I feel like sometimes people get so focused on trying to get longer hair or bigger afro that they don't appreciate how far they've come, and they don't appreciate their natural hair's beauty in every length, because our hair really is beautiful at every length. When it's short, I used to when my hair was short, how I styled it was I used the sponge that guys use on their hair to do the mini dreadlocks, and so I used to do that and then put on earrings, and I was feeling myself. So I feel like you really need to take time to appreciate the efforts that you've put into your hair. And another important thing that I have shared multiple times in a lot of my videos is to always follow or subscribe to channels that, showcase people with your hair texture. If you are starting your natural hair journey, is if you keep following people who don't look like you are going to struggle, because you're going to try to get your hair to do things that it doesn't do. So that's like me trying to get my hair to slick back like how somebody with straight hair would slick back their hair. It's not going to happen the same way. So follow people who look like you and you'll be alright. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.